So we got this Coleman KT196 we bought off Marketplace. We bought the thing to do a better version of the cradle that was on this. If anybody knows anything about these go-karts, you know there's no way to tension. There's two chains. They run a jack shaft under the engine plate, which we have right schmear. So there's two sprockets. The little jack shaft right there is about snapping off. There's no way to tension the chain. Very poor design by Coleman. For sure. We was going to build a replacement engine cradle for it to fix that problem, but the problem is we didn't know this one had a broken one when we bought it. We couldn't see it, and it was. So scratch that. I got to find one that's not broken, so I can make a jig off of it and come up with a way to make it work. So what we're going to do today is pull this swing arm off, rip off that metric axle. We're going to weld on the hangers for a 1-inch axle, and we're going to slap a reverse gearbox and an electric start Ghost 223. This is the Super Ghost that we built. It's got the stroker kit from EC in it. Makes pretty good power. We have a starter off of a Tillotson. We have the flywheel cover off of Tillotson. We have everything we need laid out. So we're not going to talk anymore. We're just going to get right to work.
There it is.
Long track. So what do they need?
There it is. Oh, broken.
I didn't choose my code.
Trash. Be careful. Watch your face. Got it out, baby. Another one. Hey. Oh my God. You know, why don't we still take it out? We're going to clean the surface here, get the bottoms ready for the new axle hangers. So we have this tab cut out. There's a huge gap. I don't care. I can weld it. But basically we put a 3/8 bolt in here. We shortened this jack shaft setup, or these tabs. We left the factory one over here, so now we can tack this in. Then we have this. We bought this off of actually Alibaba. Came from China, but this is like a Trailmaster go-kart swing arm for that reverse gearbox right there. So that's what you can find on Amazon for super cheap. They're good for small blocks, but some people have reported that they've ran them on big blocks, but I don't know. They make a big block reverse gearbox now. So I'm going to do a few tacks on this hog. So you can see now we can bolt in our engine here and our reverse gearbox here, and this pivots. So how you do this is that big bolt on the back of that will need a tab. Hopefully we can reuse this tab, because this was for the original one. It had a dual bolt one, but basically when you tighten up the bottom nut or loosen it and tighten up the top nut, it drags it up, tightening the chain. Quick and easy, baby. And
it never works out that way. We'll run into something.
Yeah, for sure we will. Guys, the sponsor of today's video is rbgcarts.com. So a lot of you guys have been supporting the channel by using rbgcarts.com and buying some of our parts. We have a lot of parts in the works, and we have a lot on there right now for small block engines. We have these cradles. We just made a whole bunch of these cradles, and these are for the reverse gearbox for the big block engines. So if you want to add reverse to your 440, 420, or 460 engine, we have the cradle, and you can buy the gearbox off of Amazon, and we have our own gearbox coming out very soon. So stay tuned to that. It's very close to the one on Amazon. It's basically the same thing. We're just going to have them for ourselves. So stay tuned for that. We also got our spindle kits shown on screen coming out very soon. And we're going to be offering different A-arms for different buggies and a universal A-arm. So make sure to support the channel and keep these videos coming out. We really appreciate it. You guys have been supporting us. And it's awesome. We get to work Lonnie here more, which has been great. I'm not by myself, losing my mind out here all the time, bored out of my mind doing these videos. So that's been awesome. And it's thanks to you guys supporting us. So rbgcarts.com, check it out in the video's links. And let's get right back to that swing arm.
Let's see where this
So we got the go-kart all on the ground. It looks sick with the bigger tires. I think we went up maybe 2 inches on rear tire size. We have some knobs for the front, but we're not going to get them installed today. We'll do that the next time we mess with this thing. We'll put new wheel bearings in it and stuff. We might build longer A-arms, a little bit longer, to put a little bit bigger tires on front to have matching. I think that would look best. And the front shocks on those are garbage. They have literally 1 inch of travel. So at your tire you have 3 inches of travel, where if we put normal go-kart shocks and longer A-arms, we could get like 7-8 inches of travel, which is huge. So we're going to do electric start. This is the Super Ghost that we stroked up to a 223. So this thing made good powers. The dyno sheet is on screen. So I thought this would be a great candidate for this go-kart, but we want to have electric start right now. So EC Carburetors is coming out with the shredder kit that we've been messing with on the channel. So once it comes out, we'll swap over to it. But for now, we have to use a Billet ARC flywheel that has the ring gear on it. You can get these, EC sells these. So we need that. We need a starter for one of these engines. So we have that, and we'll probably have to get there might have been some dowels in there that centered this. I'm not sure, we'll have to check that. And then you need a side cover with the hump for it. Last thing you need is this metal right here, and luckily we're taking this off of a already existing engine. That's why we have it off, so it's going to be pretty quick. So we'll reuse the pull start. I wish this wasn't blue, but it is what it is. So we'll set that right schmear. Now I can use a flywheel puller. Let me grab it. And I don't know if there's any kind of electric start kit like this. I think you just have to buy like a GX200 starter and buy the ARC flywheel. We'll link it all down in the description, and you'd have to buy the side cover. I think you can buy a kit that comes with the starter, the side cover, and the cast flywheel, but we're wanting this to be higher PMs for right now, so we're not going to run the stock flywheel, of course. So now, there we go. You should lap your flywheels. This is just a test, so I'm not lapping it. So before we do that, we have to pull out this metal. You can't put your flywheel on or it blocks. It'll block the starter bolts. All right, so there's those two dowels, and all this is going to do is help align the starter. So first you put your starter on. There's a couple shields that goes on it. There we go. Have this little shield with this cut in it. Again, I don't know what the kits come with. I'm just pulling this off of the 212E Tillotson. And all this is a little heat shield. I'm not going to tighten it all the way. And this sets here and goes like that. So You know, you see those movies where guys have the cut off tip gloves. That's what this you know, like dancers and stuff have them.
Reminds me of the curly head guy off of Home Alone.
Yeah.
He had them.
Uh,
The Wet Bandits.
I'm hitting that nut. All right, so we just grinded just a fuzz off that nut, if you can see that. And it clears for now. Once we torque this puppy down,
We'll see.
we'll see what happens. Where's my nut? Good and tight. Oh yeah. Okay, now we gotta gap the coil. Okay, gapped. That'll push out. Now we put this ratty old piece of garbage on there. Bam! There we go. Compression strong with this one.
A few moments later.
Ran into a small problem putting the engine on. So we have this engine, we set it in there, it's not even dropped in all the way, and look, it's hitting. And this only gets closer to the engine the more you squat it. So our solution is to put a little bit longer shock on it, which will, the reason we're running a longer shock is because we're going to cut these bushings off here and weld in heim joints like we normally do. And the heim joint has so much adjustment, it'll push the swing arm back about 2.5 inches. And once that's done, we can put the longer shocks in the factory location, and they're heavier shocks, so it should work out properly. And then this should drop down in there. So what we're gonna do is cut those off real quick, tack in the heim joints, get it mocked up, make sure everything's good before welding it, because we might need to space a little bit more. But it's a real quick solution. If we'd have known this was a problem, obviously, we would have moved this back, cut this bar off, and you know, because this would have been in the way possibly. But it was just how it worked out. I like it like this, so I'm fine with putting those heim joints, because I guarantee those bushings are almost wore out anyways. Those rubber bushings fail just like a mini bike, so it's not a big deal. We'll do it real quick. So we got brand new spindles. These things was about 80 bucks off of Amazon for this thing. And it looks like we might have to open up. They've done some gobble welding. Oh, both of them need opened up. So these have bigger ball joint stems, which is nice, but we're gonna have to drill both holes on both sides.
So definitely do the top one first.
All right, so this is gonna be the stance of the go-kart. We've got it jacked up. Lonnie cut off the shock tabs, because what was happening was when we flexed the suspension, that bar there was hitting the engine. And we only have a little bit of, like, plenty of travel, but it wasn't a lot to lose an inch of travel. So we're moving the shock tabs up over an inch, and now that should give us, and the swing arm's uphill right now, but as soon as weight's on it, it's level. So it's actually proper. Whoop.
Okay.
There we go. I also need to check and make sure it has engine oil.
Is this a dipstick?
It's not a dipstick, it's a fill cap, but you can pull it and probably look down in it. But all right, we'll get these welded and then we'll test it out. Bam.
Perfect.
Still got like an inch of clearance. So off camera, we had, whoa, yay! We had a doozy of a time with that master. I meant to order a new master cylinder. These are like 20, 25 bucks. The cylinder was rusted.
Spent more than that in time trying to get it to work.
An hour. for sure. More than that, because we had to chase a syringe to back purge the system. But I fixed it, which is nice. It's fixed, and I pulled it apart, sanded the piston that's in the master cylinder. Got the shifter, it's in neutral, good. We got the shocks on the Gimmo squatty body.
They work good.
Yep. Lonnie's gonna throw a helmet on, ride it in the field and stuff, fill it out. If it feels good, you can go. And you do have reverse on this hog.
Oh,
Did we tighten everything?
I was looking to see if there's
Lug
more
nuts?
than 2 lug nuts on each tire.
All right, we have not. It's in neutral, so we don't have to worry about taking off like a scalded dog. Maybe. For the first start. Oh. So you're scared of the wood. Try reverse. Oh.
Real nice. No, I'll go through the woods.
All right.
Which way would be better, but I'm going to the left, less thorns.
Freaking hauling.
It's bad.
Oh yeah, no kill switch.
Yeah.
I don't even have one on the engine. Choke it out. Had to choke it out. I forgot
It is fun, but you're bouncing around like crazy. This thing's fast. You see how fast I got up?
Yeah, that's well. It's you was hauling through there.
And it's darty. It's ultra darty.
Is it? Do you think it just needs aligned? I was looking at it. We barely aligned it. Well, and that swing arm, they bounce you around. Yeah, you was
It went
freaking.
all the way through the woods, no problem though.
This camera ended up falling. I think you smacked it.
Probably. I
I saw
bouncing
you
around
holding
like
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was fun though.
Yeah, it looked like you was flying on this
You
little
wanna ride
thing.
it?
Yeah, I will.
I would say on the gravel because it
Yeah.
beat you to death.
Forgot reverse gearbox. That guy in a little car.
Yeah, that thing, it's darty with the short wheelbase, but other than that, it's fun. Bounces you around like crazy. Not today. Check level on the top A-arms, and then adjusted the tie rods up and down, it'd fix it. It like just spins. Oh yeah. I tell you what, to be Grayson's age and have something like that.
Oh, yeah, we gotta do which he'll sit lower in it.
Yeah.
You tell our belt.
And he could probably buckle. That's a big thing.
Dude, it freaking flies though. Great success. It'll burn you in the ground.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it will. Well, no. Now it just hooks and goes.
That's gonna be dangerous for a kid.
Oh yeah.
We gotta.
You gotta give it to your son.
Yeah, for sure. And we gotta do.
Make him wear a helmet and buckle. Obviously.
I think adding bars from here to here kind of encapsulates you, but
I would never let him take his friends on it.
I don't know if he'll be too tall for this.
Think so?
Yeah, it needs a stock Wildcat on 223 electric start. Just stock is what this needs. But you gotta think Grayson's 5'5", size 11 shoe. He's a big boy.
He's already got a bigger foot than me. I'm a 10 and a half.
For sure. Great success.
Yeah, you get that bump steer out of it and you could haul through the woods. I mean, you're gonna get beat to death, but.
Well, I do think these tiny little tires and maybe the Ackerman angle, well, that's one thing. So if you notice, this tie rod's dead straight ahead. Your Ackerman angle, if you drew a line from this to the center of your axle, the line, this is supposed to fall in that. So if it's in front, it would have to be out here. Like this would literally have to be out here to make it right, or if it's behind, it would have to be like right in here.
Yeah.
So that's the issue. One issue.
Here's the tissue.
Yeah, here's the tissue. Those front shocks are so tiny and they actually work with me.
Oh yeah.
My weight.
Well, they're stiffer than crap.
Yeah, one time we had to edit that out of a video. You remember?
Mm-mm.
You said those are the stiffest. Like, why are they so stiff? And the sponsor made us edit it out. I'm like, well, they are. They're tiny little useless shocks. Anyways, yeah, it's she runs like that's going down.
It's a sweet little.
Yeah.
It's so cool because I want to do a top speed run on it. I bet that thing will do 45.
So this engine is supposed to go to Silas. If you guys, here's his Instagram handle on screen. This little kid's super fast on a go-kart. Well, I reached out to his dad and was like, I'd love to build him an engine. So this engine is the Stroker Ghost. We put electric start on it. It don't have charging coils, but it has a billet flywheel and stuff. So we're gonna get this cover powder coated, or maybe just put a brand new one on it for him, and take this off, and that's going to him. Because I don't think my son's gonna fit in this. What I'll probably do is just put a decently, like put a cam in a Wildcat 223, leave the governor, but put a cam to get it, like modify the governor a little bit, and just leave it for a kid's go-kart. It's just too tiny to do anything with.
Yeah, it's dangerous is what it is.
That thing freaking ripped though.
It is fun. Well, it's fun when you drift it, but there's a couple times it wanted to come up on two wheels because it's so just narrow.
The suspension felt great though.
Yeah, it works.
Real good.
No problemos. I just wish I could have been buckled and I'd have felt way more comfortable.
Strapped in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it, folks.